Hello, this is Manesh Patel with IMTF Trade. Today I want to talk to you about our foundation course. This is a course that we came out with where we spent a lot of time with students to get them going and to sit there and set up their foundation correctly in order for them to be a consistent, profitable trader. It's taken us years to develop this course and kind of get it perfected, and I feel like we're finally at that point where we do have everything in this course in order for someone to be successful completely. So I wanted to put out a video and kind of go through the agenda, exactly what this course entails and what you're going to go through and what you're going to learn. So let's begin. Now let's begin and let's talk about the foundation course. The duration of the foundation course is 3 months long. Okay. Now, initially we had it 1 month, and then what we did was we added 2 more months, and what we call post support is to pretty much the last 2 months we get together, we sit there and go through your losing trades, go for your winning trades, go for your Q&A, and then we also do market analysis and kind of talk about where the markets are at in regards to the stock markets, currencies, futures, cryptos, and stuff like that. Okay, so the real course is basically 4 weeks, the very first 4 weeks. For the very first 4 weeks, you're going to get together around 1 to 2 hours every week. We're going to go through a lesson plan, and then at that point, you're going to sit there and do homework where you're going to basically take that lesson plan and implement it in the market and so forth. You'll have access to our scanner, our real-time scanner, so it'll help you find these opportunities very fast, and I'll show you exactly how to do that, and then you'll be able to sit there and follow the trading plan that we've given you that week. Okay, week after week, we're going to build upon that trading plan to basically, by the end of the 4th week, you're going to have a complete trading plan that's optimized and ready to go as far as trading is concerned for any instrument in any time frame out there. Okay, so let's break every week down. Week 1, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to sit there and do breakout strategy, breakout entry. Breakouts are very high probability, but a lot of people avoid doing them due to the risk. So it's a scenario where you have a high probability situation, but you have a higher risk, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people deviate from them. However, a lot of people deviate from them because they don't know the probabilities behind them and don't know how to do forecasting. And let me talk about that a little. So first, you have the chart here. You have our IMTF indicator that's kind of dumb things down. The red shaded area tells you have a bearish setup opportunity, and the green shaded area tells you have a bullish setup opportunity. If you have any questions, you can look at the IMTF tutorial on www.imtftrade.com. But basically, the blue dots are basically where the breakout entry is going to be. So if I sit there and look at my order entry, I'm looking for this trade here. My entry would be at these blue dots here when it gets there, and when the green shaded area appears, and my initial stops would be roughly about, let's just say, these green dots right there. Okay, now here is basically what everyone does. They know where the entries are, they know where the initial stops are. However, they do not know how to do forecasting. Where is this thing going to go? Where is it going to go and hesitate to? You need to know that in order to forecast the reward risk. So what you're going to learn in the class is how to sit there and say the minimum reward is going to be here. So my reward risk on setup is this. So on this scenario here, on setup, my reward risk is 1 to 1. Okay. So based on that, you could sit there and do all these calculations before you even enter the trade. And based on what the reward risk is, you could calculate whether this green shaded area is going to be successful or not getting to a 3 to 1. And that's one of the things you're going to learn how to effectively do in the class. Okay, so a summary of week 1, you're going to learn the breakout strategy. You're going to learn exactly where the order entry is going to be, where the entry is, the initial stop, the minimum reward, where you need to put your alerts, and so forth and so forth. Second, you're going to learn how to do forecasting for reward risk, which no one really goes through and talks about. Okay. Third, you're going to learn how to optimize an entry. There's a lot of times where you enter a trade here, a breakout trade, and it's fake because there was a volatility there. You had a little spike or something else that happened, and then it reverses. So we have optimization rules for those type of scenarios. And then Fourth, we're going to talk about money management. So you're going to learn, once you enter the trade, you're going to use these green dots as a trailing stop. Once you get to this reward right here, minimum reward, what are you going to do? How are you going to tighten up your stop? How are you going to protect your profits and so forth? So all these things we're going to break down and go for everything in great detail, and you have a precise trading plan on exactly what to do as far as our breakout strategy is concerned. Remember, we are precision traders where we trade probabilities. So everything has to be precise in order for us to trade probabilities. Okay, so that's basically week 1. Let's now discuss week 2. Week 2, we're going to basically go for the other entry strategy, which is pullback. In pullback, it's different from breakout trades in that you're actually predicting where price is going to stop and reverse. So you're predicting where the profit taking is going to stop and then where the trend's going to reverse. So you have a lower probability of success, but you have a very low risk. And that's the scenario behind it. And a lot of people gravitate towards this too. So let's go for this in detail. I used our scanner, and basically on a 60-minute, I found a bearish opportunity that was a pullback potential. Okay, so here is a red shaded area, and you have that here, and you could see that this is a bearish opportunity, and then you have these crosses, which are multiple time frame resistances. So in theory, what you're looking to do is this type of scenario here. Oops, that's a bullish reward risk. So I need to pull up a bearish one. So I'm going to put the bearish one here. And you're going to sit there and look at this scenario here. So I'm going to put my entry right on those black crosses right there. The last pivot low, since this is bearish, would be my minimum reward. And then the green dots would be my initial stop and then my trailing stop. Okay, so this is what our pullback entry would be. Now in this course, we're going to show you exactly how to do that, where your order entries are going to be. So you'll have your limit order here, you have your stop here, and your preserve mode, which is basically minimum reward, which will be here. So we're going to show you how to do all that. We're going to show you how to do the forecasting reward risk. You could see that this reward risk is 1.54, which is not good at all. We're looking for 3 to 1 on pullback trades, and unless we get that, we're going to walk away from this technical setup. Then we're also going to talk about optimization. So even if this reward risk is good, what are our probabilities for this pullback trade to be successful? A lot of people can't do that, but we're actually going to do that with a simple chart right here. We do not need to add other indicators at all. So we're going to be able to show you how to optimize entry optimization. We will actually look at 2 different time frames. We could do that to optimize entry optimization too. So we'll show you exactly how to do that. We'll talk about the money management here. As you could see, the money management is very poor, so you'll walk away from that and so forth. So these are some of the things that we're going to talk this week and go through for week 2. We're also will sit there and review your losing trades that you had from last week. Why is that important? Well, if I could sit there and show you why you lost, you could learn from your losing trades. That's the key in order for you to be successful and to move forward. Okay, so that's very critical for you guys to do. Okay, so now after this week, you're pretty much week 2, you would have completed all the strategies and everything for breakouts and pullbacks. We've done a lot of optimization in those and so forth. So the next 2 weeks are what we're going to call about talking about optimization. So a lot of the grunt work and majority of your trading plan is pretty much done. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to spend a lot of time trying to optimize, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that in just a moment. The third week, what we're going to do is that since week 1 and week 2, we now know the trading plan for the 2 different entry strategies. We're now going to start the optimization process. Week 3 is basically where we're going to optimize the winning percentage. And week 4, we're going to optimize the reward risk. This week is actually where everything really starts coming together, and this is where you get excited. Why? Your losing trades go away and you start to forecast. That means before you even put an entry out there, you could sit there and determine if that trade is going to be successful or not. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to learn how to take these shaded areas and forecast whether they're going to be successful or not. So here's a green shaded area here. If it got to the breakout dots here, I know based on the forecasting we have that this would not be a successful trade. So I'm not even going to sit there and go for any calculations or anything I need to, because I know that this probability of success for this to break out is going to be low. Okay, so I didn't even put an order there. Over here, I know that if it got to the blue dots here, the probability of success was going to be high. This is what we call forecasting shaded areas. So we're going to teach you how to do forecasting. That means figuring out the probabilities before you even enter. This is very, very critical. Why? You do not waste your time behind things that are not going to go, not going to give you a 3-to-1 reward risk ratio at all. So you're going to sit there and only spend time on things that have really good potential, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to spend this whole entire week just practicing that. Okay, and you could actually go back to all your losing trades in week 1 and week 2, and you'll see that if you had implemented the trading plan from this week here, you would actually eliminate a lot of your losing trades that you had in week 1 and week 2. So we'll go through and show you how to do forecasting. Then we'll review all your losing and winning trades from last week too, and kind of go for Q&A for this week. Okay. In the 4th week, we're now going to sit there and start improving the reward risk ratio for basically the breakout trades and pullback trades that we discussed in week 1 and 2. And how we're going to do that. We've already learned how to do forecasting, look at probabilities. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look and see exactly how to find targets accurately. And then what we're going to do is, so if you sit there and you look at the reward risk on this one here, let's say this was it right there, and you calculate it here, and you know the minimal reward is going to be up to about right there, right? Where is your target? So maybe you would have had a target up to here, which would be your target there. So what you would do is, once you get to this 3-to-1 reward risk ratio, which is here, you'll learn how to tighten up your stop and allow it to sit there and keep on going to your target. Okay, and that's how you maximize on the reward side. So in this session, we're going to teach you how to do targets very easily and accurately. The other thing we'll also do is show you how to find the controlling time frame. Which time frame is controlling the destiny for that instrument in order for it to start trending. We'll go for that concept there. And again, we'll also go for losing trades from the last week that we had for homework. Now the 4 weeks are done, so you now have a complete trading plan for both breakout and pullback trades that's fully optimized. So that means you're ready to go out and start trading, whether it be in paper mode or real mode, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, this is where most companies will sit there and say, well, go get going. We don't. This is where we take the extra mile for you, and we basically give you another 2 months of what we call post support. What does that mean? Every 2 weeks, we'll get together on a webinar, and at that point, we will sit there, review your losing trades. We'll explain to you why you lost. We'll go for your winning trades. We'll go for Q&A, and we'll go for market analysis, and much, much more. Those sessions are catered for you as a trader, whether it be you're a day trader, long-term trader, swing trader, it does not matter. We'll cater those sessions for you for the next 2 months to make sure that basically you're on the right path, and if you have any obstacles, we could help you through it, even from a psychological trading point of view too. Okay. So on top of the 2 months post support, you'll also sit there and get a chat service. We use Skype, and from the beginning of the mentoring to the end, so that for 3 months, you'll be on a Skype chat room with all the students. You'll be able to post charts. You'll be able to ask questions. You'll see some of the trades I post. I'll give you market feedback and everything in there. That chat runs 24/7, and believe it or not, on the weekends I'm responding there too. So we give you a lot of support. The question is what you want to take advantage of and how and so forth. But you're not left alone. We're holding you hand by hand through everything, and navigating you through the markets, navigating you through the trades, navigating you through the trading plan, and so forth. You now have a really good idea of what the 3-month journey for the foundation course is all about. And you could see from the details that we give you that this course is structured for all type of traders. It doesn't matter if you're a beginning trader that's never traded before. It doesn't matter if you're a day trader, swing trader, long-term trader. This course is designed for all types of traders out there. Also, it does not require that much of your time. A lot of people think it does because it's a 3-month journey. No, it's catered for that. If you have a full-time job, you still could go for this learning process and go through and learn everything. You'll get video recordings. You'll get video tutorials on every step of the way. We're going to handhold you, and we're going to make this journey very easy and fun. So let's now go for the rest of the details. So if you go to imtftrade.com, click on the education section here, you then will take into this web page, which will give you the price. You could see it's $600 for basically the 3-month journey. That's $200 a month. And that's not very high price, believe it or not. Also considering how much you could sit there and lose, especially in like retirement accounts, your trading and everything else out there. So this is peanuts compared to what you're seeing out there for the other price of the courses. And remember, you're learning how to sit there and forecast 3-to-1 reward risk ratio. A lot of people do not teach you how to forecast, whereas you're going to do that in this course. You're going to learn before you even enter a trade what the probabilities are, and that's a very, very, very key concept in order for you to sit there and trade and be very effective. We're looking for 3-to-1 reward risk ratio on all our trades for it to potentially get there. Okay, so all you have to do is you come in here, click on there, and then go down and click on the buy link. Now, one couple of things to wrap up with. This course is very limited. That means we do not have this course every month for the entire year. As you notice, it's a 3-month journey. So typically we'll have 3 courses for a year. Sometimes we may even have only 2. Okay, so you could see there and see at the bottom here, and you could see exactly when the next course is, and you could see the time of this recording. Our next course is April 29th, and it's typically on Mondays, and it's usually around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If that time does not work for you because if you're international, do not worry, just email us and we'll go for details on what you can do. Okay. Also, it's limited seating. That means after we get to X number of students in the class, we will cut it off. Unfortunately, there's only so much I can handle, and these classes do have a tendency getting really full. So at that point, we'll sit there and cut it off. Now, on top of it, what we're going to do is we're going to also sit there and make you a no-risk offer. What does that mean? This is something we've been doing, and the reason why is this course has been very successful and no one's really complained about it. So what we'll be doing is going to give you a 2-week no-risk offer. That means you could attend the first 2 weeks, and if you don't like it, at the end of that second session, you could sit there and request your money back, and we'll gladly give you your money back. And we have no issues with that at all. And do not worry, it's instantaneous. We'll refund it back on your credit card and right away. So there's no issues there on the refund or anything like that, as many companies will give and do for you. Okay, so that's a no-risk offer that we're making, so that you could sit there, take this, and you could see in the first 2 weeks, we're very positive. It's going to change the way you think, change the way you do things, and change your trading career permanently. And that's one of the reasons why we give you that 2-week no risk offer. So I would take advantage of it and sit there and take this course and see exactly how it's going to sit there and change things, and let us prove to you on how effective things can be done. If you do have any questions, you could email us or give us a call. So here's our phone number here, and you could email us here if you have any questions. Hopefully all this information was useful for you, and have a good day. Thank you.